All right, everyone, since I'm getting ready the next day or two to dive into the soulmate cycle again and do the September readings, it's going to be a hell of a lot of readings. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. September is some pretty massive energy. I thought we'd take a look outside the soulmate cycle, get out of it for a minute, and do a singles read. We haven't done one of these in a while, and we've been getting a lot of energies in like 3-card with me readings and things like that are talking about the attracting energies around you. We had one recently where somebody's watching you, right? That kind of thing. Hey, I don't know. Let's see. So I asked the universe, let's take a look what's going on for my viewers, the DFs here outside the soulmate cycle. Okay, let's see what's going on. Well, I got a pre-shuffle. It's a general reading, first of all. It may or may not resonate with you, and that's very true for a singles read, because when you're part of a cycle in the soulmate cycle, it's much easier to pull a general reading. You're all your own little cycle here, so it's pretty difficult, but I try to generalize as best as I can and just pull on the energies. That said, if you found this reading, you found it for a reason, and this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, and we have a lot of readings that are in this playlist of singles reads, so find one that jibes with you, I guess, if this one doesn't resonate. Either way, I got 6 swords crossed by the death card and the 2 of wands in a quick pre-shuffle. All right, when I asked the universe for the energies around you outside the soulmate cycle. Yep, I would call this gray feather energy. And we've been getting a lot. Feather has been coming up all over the place. Feather, I wouldn't have even mentioned it to you a month or so ago if it wasn't important. And it is. A lot of you are finding these, or they're finding you, hopefully, these feather things. It's gray feather energy. Gray feather energy is it was basically the 6 of swords. Smoother times ahead. It is, right here. Everything around you, the energies around you right now, something's about to pop. Something's about to happen here. Where it's been choppy, we're about to move on. I got the death card. The energy around you is completely different, okay? And what you're attracting right now outside the soulmate cycle is something completely different. With this 2 of wands here, right? It's a whole new world out there. I'm drawn to the globe. Whenever I am, that's sort of the message. A lot of times we like to hold on to what we used to know or what we're used to. Okay, which is fine if you're that kind of person. You want to hold, you're going to reject someone because they're not what you're used to, or they're not your usual type. You're one of those people, even though people tell you all the time never to make a list, of all the things you're looking for. I tell you to make a list of things you're not looking for, so at least you could check those off, But on the things you're looking for, be a little lenient with it, because this is the energy that you're attracting right now is completely different. Okay. The energy around you is completely different. You're vibing completely different to the people you run into, the people you meet, and also the things you're attracting are different. Something completely different. A lot of times people like to hold on to what's normal. If that's the case, that's fine, but I encourage you to ask yourself, has your usual type been working for you? How's it been working? All right, if it's been going well, then why are you watching a singles reading? I mean, try something different. Try it. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. All right. So I don't know where this reading's going to go. I know I'm not splitting it. I know it's just one reading. It's going to be 3 cards and a bottom card, and I'll do some clarifying. That much I know. I can tell from the energy. But I think this reading's probably going along the lines of, something different is headed your way. I see, definitely with that 6 of swords, I see smoother waters ahead. It's gray feather energy on crack. But and that's something new, something different might be good for you if you think about it that way. I know people, it's human nature to be resistant to change. We have a type, I like this, this, and this, right? Okay, fine. But just don't be rigid with it. Rigidity doesn't get you anywhere. You gotta flow with the energy. You gotta be like water. Water takes the shape of anything it's poured into. Be like water, all right? Just go with it. See where it takes you. If it's a bad road, well, you can turn your ass around and get back on the main road again. Oh, well, you still learned something from it, right? That's sure. Okay, here we go. Shuffle. Bottom card, I'll show it to you first. It's going to be crossing the center card. It's the Wheel of Fortune. That's a pretty cool card. That's right there. Everything's different. 180 degrees from what you're used to. But everything's, again, and also this, just the energy coming off this is reflecting sort of the change in energy around you. Look, I got the 3 of wands crossing that. I just wanted to see what was fueling this. It's the 3 of wands. It's that energy of a whole new world, new horizons kind of energy here. It's right right there for you. Everything's turning. You guys are, this is really gray feather energy on crack. This is smoother times ahead is what that means when I say that. It's smoother times ahead. And if you start finding gray feathers start finding you, well, you know you're all set. Oh, fuck me. That's unreal. Oh, man. 2 cups. Yeah. That's powerful. Well, it's a soulmate. Okay? It's a singles read. I'm outside the soulmate cycle. It's not your runner. They're not going to show up here. That's why singles reads suck most of the time. Your soulmate, your runner, shows up whenever you watch somebody's singles reading. Because you got to specify to the universe that you're not interested in the cycle. You want to fly outside of it. This is a soulmate. This is what's this Wheel of Fortune crossing? Jesus Christ. It's crossing Jesus Christ upright. That's what it's crossing. The Queen of Cups. The most love I can pull from the deck is crossed by the Wheel of Fortune and New Horizon. It's it could say very soon on this card, but it's really just about the new horizons. She never surfed this beach before. This is something new. You're attracting things that are new. Things that will allow you to take advantage of the lessons you've learned from the soulmate cycle, from that runner. Make a fucking list of everything you no longer accept, right? That maybe try to look back to who you were when you first crossed paths with your runner soulmate, because most of you are here watching the soulmate readings and all of that, waiting on some runner to come back. Think about who you were then and look at who you are now. What will you not accept now? Okay? This is something brand new that allows you to take advantage of all those lessons, especially with the Wheel of Fortune there. It's crossed that. It's real love, a real soulmate that you needed to be on the level for them to even show up. Otherwise, they would have just passed you by. They wouldn't have liked your energy. It would have repelled. Opposite energy repels. This is someone on your level. But I think it's someone that isn't your usual type. I just feel that in the energy, and it came up in the pre-shuffle, and it's there with the 3 of Wands. These are read center, left, right. What is the 2 of Cups read with? Yeah, 2 of Swords. So I just told you that. I told you. I didn't look. I didn't know that was there. It's probably somebody like Sarah Gilbert here, right? Darlene from Roseanne. Maybe she not your type. Maybe a short girl with black hair and a blindfold is not your, or too much eye makeup. Maybe is not your type. Okay, but you might want to try it out. All right. Hey, I don't know. It could be a sign for some of you. Maybe go lesbian. I don't know. It could be. It's a general reading. 20,000 people here. But the truth of the matter is, what this 2 of Swords is saying is you're going to be confused. Don't be. You shouldn't be. I'm telling you. You're here listening to me, right? You can hear me. My microphone's on. I see the little meter moving, so I know you can hear me. Or at least read the closed captioning if you can't actually hear me. But either way, you can hear the bird, right? I don't know. How does the bird come out on closed captioning? I wonder. Beep. I don't know. Anyway, the 2 of Swords, don't be confused. She can take that blindfold off anytime she wants. This is someone who is not your typical type. Okay? It really is. There's a lot of love. It's a soul connection. You're attracting things that are allowing you to take advantage of the lessons you've learned. Things that are on a new level. Your old type wasn't on your level. It didn't work out too well. Right? And again, if that runner comes back with the lessons you've learned, if they're not on your level, you kick them back to the curb so they can finish cooking. You're not going to settle, are you? No, of course not. Let's clarify. You know what? I'm going to switch decks. I'm just going to put the Wheel of Fortune way up here at top. Queen of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Don't be confused. It might leave you at a crossroads. I feel something here. There's something weird. It reminds me of that song. This here, I haven't heard it in a long time. It's by the Moody Blues. It's called Tuesday Afternoon. And he's talking about in the song Tuesday Afternoon, I'm just beginning to see, now I'm on my way. There's something calling to him, right? He can't figure out why it's calling to him, but he wants to go find out why. Right? He's got to just go see what it is. His little voice is telling him, just look into this. That's what's here. Okay? That kind of energy is what's here. Because there's a lot of love. It's a strong connection, too. Could be that brown dwarf we keep talking about. Keeps coming up. It's a powerful soulmate. But this isn't really one specific person in this case. This is what you're attracting. It's because the reason you're attracting soulmates and powerful love like this. Right? Yeah, and you'll be able to feel it because the Queen of Cups is empathic. She can feel things, right? Male or female, doesn't matter. It's the Queen of Cups here. You're reflecting a lot in readings as full-blown Empress energy, right? And that is going to attract soulmates. And I think I told you that in a recent 3-card with me. You're attracting soulmates like flies. Pretty much everyone you meet that you move past hello with, you have some kind of soul connection with. But this right here, if you get confused about it, if the feeling like, you meet someone, they're not your usual type, you kind of pass them by a little bit, but then you go home and you start spank banking them, for no apparent reason, and you're like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Why am I thinking about them? What the fuck's going on? Well, you might want to give it another thought, okay? Let's pull on old Sarah Gilbert here real quick. All right, I got the witches. You know what? Fuck that. Let's pull on the Two of Cups first. Let's do it this way. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? We'll pull on Sarah in a minute. Why is the Two of Cups here? Tell me about it. Let's see. Yeah, the energy around you is very, very attractive. It's definitely gray feather energy for sure, which I like because it moves things on. This is designed, this is like a present. This type of energy brings you little gifts from the universe. It's like the universe saying to you, sorry about that, runner. God, I saw you had to learn all those fucking lessons, but hey, let me make it up to you. All right? But sometimes, like the Rolling Stones saying, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. This is a lot of what you need here. All right? There may not be, because I see this here, there may not be a huge attraction. Okay? There may not. We'll see. Why is the Two of Cups here? And I'm not saying Sarah Gilbert's unattractive, so nobody fucking get on me about that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's the energy that's coming off. And the universe got a tricky sense of humor, I'll tell you what. She may not be my type, maybe that's why it gave it to me. Even if she were straight. Might not be my type. Not really. I like the redheads, so... Anyway, Two of Cups. Why is it here? Why is the Two of Cups here? Talk about it. Let's see where we go here. It's crossed by the Page of Wands. Again, a whole new world. This is my curious page. He's out frolicking, male or female. It's a he on the card. He's out frolicking, looking for frogs and shit. Out exploring, right? It's that kind of energy. There's a lot of newness to it. This is a soul connection. You're attracting soul connections that are different from what you used to attract. You're a whole new person attracting a whole new group of things. Like energy attracts like energy, which means you might be repelled by the old things. So, that runner that's coming back that we pull on in the soulmate readings, going to need to get their shit together. Because, you guys, as we see from the Twin Flame Journey readings, your brand new BMW is way the fuck up the road. 74 Pinto's playing catch up. I'll tell you what. What's on top here? Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's deceptive energy. It is. It's something you might reject, and it would be self-sabotage for you to do that. Again, we get this a lot, and the reason this type of energy comes in a lot in these singles reads in particular, but it comes up sometimes in 3-card with me, is because when you go through a soulmate journey, right, you learn and you grow and you get in that Empress energy. Again, human nature is to try to keep things the same, and you can't. I always say in those readings, your person can't keep living in the energy they've been living in because it's changed. It's different now. They've seen something. Well, you've seen something and learned something too. So be careful that you don't turn into the Burger King. So be careful that you don't end up being the runner here. All you're doing is sending somebody to me to watch readings. That's fine. I'll get another subscriber because they ran from you. It'd be really funny if you two met on my Twitter feed. It's like, I was here originally because someone ran from me. Then I ran from you. Now you're here. Judgment. Jesus Christ. Judgment is the center card here. It's red with the Page of Wands in this reading. It's gray feather energy. It's a phoenix rising from the ashes type energy, but it's something very. When we have judgment, if you don't step on your own self and get in your own way here, you move to the world. You move to the Fool on a new level. The judgment is here to say that everything here is on a new level. Okay, it's a level that where your past lessons, the things you learned from the runner soulmates and past relationships, and all of it is going to apply here. That's why it's important for you to take stock in what you've learned, who you are now versus who you were a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, however long ago it was. What's bookending the Seven of Swords? Four of Pentacles. See? What did I tell you? This is read with the Seven of Swords. Do not be afraid of this. Do not hold back on this. Do not feel like it's going to be the same old thing again, or I got a weird feeling about it. Just try to be receptive to this energy. You are attracting soul connections. People you have known before. If you feel like you've known them before, you probably have. Okay? If you feel like you're attracted to them, but you don't want to be, that's your brain getting in the way of the soul. That's Seven Swords. Just go with it. Try something new. The whole message around this reading is a whole new world. I might even title it that. Okay? At the risk of getting sued by Disney, I might title this reading A Whole New World. Because that's really what it is. That's what's coming towards you. Very different. If you're used to people that drink too much and party too much and they're asshole to you, you know, they treat you like shit, you know, but they're really hot, you know, and so you're like, well, you know, no, that's not what you're attracting anymore. You're attracting someone who might not be real hot, you know, like that. See, even the bird agrees. And again, no offense to Sarah Gilbert, honestly, but it's just a card here. It's just how the universe threw it. Now you're attracting people that, well, they might not be as hot, but they're going to treat you great. So give it a chance. Don't be superficial. Don't you turn into the Burger King. That is self-sabotage. Okay? Now let's talk about this card here because it keeps coming up. Jesus Christ. Oh, I swear if I ever run into that girl in a supermarket, I am going to get punched. I really am. Okay, Two of Swords. It's not my fault. I'm not... All right, here we go. Two of Swords. Why is it here? Tell me about it. Why? Okay, yeah. I get where the universe is going. I'll tell you when I finish shuffling. It's a bit like, why are you going to be confused? Why are you going to be repulsed by this person initially? Maybe, you know. I hope some of you won't. I like to think that if you're watching Steve's Love Tarot, or you have for a while, you're not a superficial person like that. You know, because you're going to feel this love. This is the Queen of Cups here. You're going to feel this. But the person, the 3D person is going to be a little different. Okay? You're attracting that. Keep that in mind. All right? All right, let's see where we go. Why is the Two of Swords here? Let's see what the fickle old gal has to say. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Moving on from the King of Wands. Moving on from King of Wands. Exactly what I told you. It's very different. That the affecting energy. This is someone good. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Reliable. Nice. There's a million ways I read these cards. But based on the energy that's coming out, it's telling me why you might be inclined to, you know, because they're very different from what you're used to here. The King of Wands is crossing this. These are two very different people. Okay, this one right here, very ego-based, very selfish. If you gave him something to deliver, he'd sit around on the throne all day and never do it because he doesn't do that kind of thing. This one right here, it'd get there. All right? It's a little slow. The energy's a little slow, I'll give it that. But, okay. It's different than what you're used to. There's no doubt about that. What's on top? Yeah, the Magician. Wow. Be careful about becoming cynical. I know, don't bullshit me and tell me, no, I've learned my lessons from the runner and I'm never that, you know. Nah, it's human nature a little bit to be a little bit skeptical of things. This may not be like an ugly person that you're just completely repulsed by, but you feel the love. It might be more a case of they look okay and they seem like they've got their shit together and you're not used to that. They seem like they're not the Burger King and you're not used to that. So you might get a little cynical, a little skeptical about the whole thing. Think it's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. It's not. That's the top layer of energy. The layer of energy underneath that is, again, the universe saying this is something completely different. This is an energy of alchemy led into gold. Do not be this. Do not get into Two Swords. Make no bones about it. Give everything a chance, especially if you feel something. Follow your intuition. All you got to do is get out there and get some static energy on you. You're not going to meet this person. You're not going to attract shit just sitting around your house, right? You're not going to. You've got to get out, at least go, go to the store every once in a while. I'm not saying you got to get dressed up to do it. You don't. It's fine. I don't think you do for this kind of energy, for soul connections and things like that. I think you'd be fine in shorts and flip-flops. That'd be perfectly fine. Center card here, Knight of Cups. See what I'm saying? And it's red with the Knight of Pentacles. This tells me that this person is the best of both worlds. That's what the Knight of Cups is saying here. This person's the best of both worlds. And I'll admit, I was confused by this energy, by this Knight of Pentacles at first, because of how I usually read the card. But this person here, they got the pentacle, and they will go in the water. So it's practical, it's good, it's nice, they got their shit together, and they'll go in the water. That's what this is saying with the Knight of Cups red with this Knight of Pentacles. It's the best of both worlds. And yeah, you might be a little skeptical by it. Last time you felt something this strong, it ran from you, and you ended up watching tarot readings for 3 years, and that kind of thing. And you went through a spiritual journey, you'll be like, oh shit, now I'm going to have a spiritual journey again. Fuck, god damn it. No, you don't have to. That's not what this is. There's no spiritual journey necessary here. You're attracting fully cooked past life connections. They may not be twin flame, they may not be deep soul, but that's better in a lot of cases for relationships. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. Even the bird agrees, and he a Pisces, right? Okay. What's red with the Magician here? The Hierophant. This is long-term shit, you guys. This is completely different. God, I love tarot. I do. Because it gives perfect answers. There's never anything vague with tarot. If you think it's vague, take another look if you pull cards, right? If you think you got a vague answer, take another look. What did I tell you? Rewind. I told you, in another layer of energy, this is alchemy. This is lead into gold. It's different than what you're used to. This is someone who's got their shit together. This is long term. This is marriage potential. It's good. But you're going to be inclined to dismiss it. And it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. It can be the last time you felt this, it didn't go too good, but try not to be like that. Try to go, well, don't turn into the Burger King, all right? And it's just, this Hierophant here is just backing up the King of Wands, Burger King, got to have it their way, ego, pride, runner, etc., crossing this. Again, very different. Very, 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 very different. And this is very long term. This is nice, all right? Don't you become the Burger King by holding what the Burger King did to you against someone else, okay? When you feel this, it's real. Trust your own intuition. That's what the Queen of Cups is trying to tell you as well. You can trust what you feel. You can. Because you've grown. You're not the same person you were when someone ran from you a while back, all right? Hope you're all been on a spiritual journey. I know, because the energy here at Steve's Love Tarot, the static energy that I'm reading for, is different now than it was when I first got here. When I first got here, it was mud. It was literally like trying to swim in mud. It was thick. I spent a whole year in 2021 trying to loosen everybody up. It's unreal. But that said, most of you, especially if you've been around here a while, you've grown way beyond that. So be careful not to turn into Burger King yourself. There's no need to be skeptical. Just go with what you feel. And if it ends up being a bad move, you learn from it, you turn around. Things, again, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But these are nice connections. And you're attracting them like flies. This is not just, I'm going to be clear, this is not just one person, okay? This is what you're attracting right now. And this has come up before. I know there was a 3 card I did, 3 quick cards with me, I did recently, where I said something similar to this. You're attracting soul connections. Pretty much everyone you meet that you go beyond hello to, and maybe even the ones you even say hello to, you've known before. And some of them you're going to have, you got something coming very soon crossing your path that's maybe a lot of someone's. I don't know. Could be. It could be. Things are turning around for you either way. Smoother waters ahead. It's gray feather energy. Our reading open with 6 swords that's moving on to smoother waters. But that 6 of swords is minor arcana. It's up to you whether it does or doesn't. And that came up all through here. So, to be careful not to self-sabotage. Be careful not to become cynical. Right? These are things that will move forward. They won't run from you. I've got Judgment on the same level as the Knight of Cups. I'm just giving you another layer of energy here. That's all. I've got the 4 of Pentacles with the Hierophant. You know, just don't be afraid. Don't hold back. These are, if you feel it, if you feel it's good, right? I'll tell you what, it's a good lesson. It is. It's what Eddie Van Halen used to say about music. You know, he said that once in an interview. He said, "If it sounds good, it is good." You know, it is. That's it. If it sounds good, it is good. If it sounds good to you, it's good. Well, if this, you'll know. These are soul connections. You'll know with this Queen of Cups here. Now, I'm going to see what else the universe wants to tell you. Maybe we'll throw a card on top of the Queen of Cups, and we'll see. I'll throw a couple of cards on top of the Queen of Cups, and then we'll go. This is nice. It's nice energy, but you got to get out there. All right, put your fancy bikinis on, Speedos on. Hell, wear nothing. I don't care. Go outside and get a ticket. You'll probably get a ticket if you do that, or arrested, one or the other. But either way, get some static energy on you either way. All right, Queen of Cups. Why is it here? Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Let's throw a couple cards on the Queen of Cups. Well, now it was crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. Now it's crossed by the Ace of Swords. Fucking hell. That's unreal. You're just going to know. This is about a knowing. Okay? You'll just know which ones are which. All right? The ones where this Queen of Cups love is flowing, you're attracting all sorts of soul connections, people you've known before. All right? You'll find them online, you'll find them offline. All right? You'll find them at the grocery store. Somebody makes eye contact with you in the freezer aisle of the grocery store. Right? Male or female, they could be the same sex as you, it doesn't matter. You've known them before. I guarantee you. That with this energy that's around you. Okay? Especially the energy I got from the pre-shuffle. I guarantee you, you've known them before. Doesn't mean you need to go all batshit crazy and run over to them and go, "Oh my God, we've known each other before." You know, no, you're going to get locked up in the loony bin if you do that. Don't do that. Just know. That's what this card is saying. You'll just know. You just you know, you will. It's just, yeah, 9 wands there. Wow. Again, an urge not to. 9s are the end in tarot. It's an urge for you not to put up resistance. It's going to cause any connection you meet that's represented here by the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is why the Two of Swords is here. It will trigger you on some level. Okay? It will trigger, and that's your brain. It puts up a little defense mechanism. Be careful about that. Make sure it's flimsy. Make sure that because you know, because you've learned, right? Take Archangel Michael's Ace of Swords here, the Sword of Truth, and just cut down the rest of this wall. Make sure you're consciously aware of what you're doing. All right? Think twice before you dismiss. All right? All right. Fine. One more card here. What do we get? I love it. It's a Devil. These are powerful connections. These are. Again, it's just saying the same thing. It's not that it's toxic. It's not that it's bad. These are. Again, it will trigger you when you come across energies like this. All right? They're not what you're used to. And your brain's job is to protect yourself. There ain't no devil energy in the soul. The soul is made of love. Okay? It's angel energy. The devil energy mostly it's static energy that collects around. It's a good way that I describe it anyway. It's like static energy. It collects around you. Like rubbing your feet on the carpet and zapping a friend. It's just static. It's the brain. Be careful about it. The universe is very clear here, and it was clear with the Seven of Swords too. It's crystal clear. You will be triggered as you meet these connections. So be careful not to get defensive about it, or you'll cost yourself. The devil can cost you. The devil costs us all kinds of things. It plants fears. It's just the brain protecting you. Why? Now, on another level of energy with the devil here, the reason why is because these are very powerful connections. All right? These are very powerful connections. I'm going to pull this last card. It's the Three of Wands again. Three of Wands. Once again, we have a Three of Wands. Where have we seen it before? It's crossing the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Also, technically, the devil could be read with this Wheel of Fortune. Anything crossing the Queen of Cups, this devil can be read with. It can also be read with this. Again, stating again in another loop of energy that this is very different from what you're used to. You don't need to put up a wall. You're fine. Jump in the water. It's something new. Try it. All right? That's your reading. There's nothing else. I mean, it just keeps coming around on a loop. There's nothing else I can tell you. I can tell you, energetically speaking, you are attracting, and pay attention because it's true, whether it's online or offline, the energy around you is conducive to the energy around the DF shall I say, is conducive to you attracting people you've known before. I imagine that energy is around the DM too. It's probably around anyone who's watching me. You're attracting people you've known before in a past life, whatever. They're drawn to you. It's not that you're drawn to them. They're drawn to you. They may not be part of a soulmate cycle right now. They may not be people who are on a spiritual journey. They've probably already had one, some of them. But whether they have or haven't, they're drawn to you. You're like their mentor. You're their guru in a strange sort of way, energetically speaking. So keep that in mind. You got a lot of power when you're walking around. Pay attention. And again, this is nice energy. You will feel this. Just trust what you feel. That's all. And again, it might be very different than what you're used to. But different from what you're used to could be pretty good. I think a lot of you might admit that. You know? Right? So, it's always worth a shot. You never know. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Next couple of days, we're going to start the September readings. Now, of course, we're going to have the Friday reading and the weekly reading and all of that. But September is all about destiny. We've been correcting everyone's soul true purpose here. Paths are being corrected here in August. September is about driving down that road, making up ground. So it is going to be something else. That said, I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.